Hey, good morning. I want to start this morning off by talking to you about a topic that seems to be coming up more and more often for business leaders, and that's the issue of company culture. Now, company culture is widely defined, and people have their own thoughts about what that means. But if you're serious about attracting great people to your organization, then you have to be concerned about your company culture. So I want to give you 4 quick steps that you can take to get started on really creating a dynamic culture that attracts great people. Now, building a culture takes work. It takes more than just 4 steps. But if you need to get started, this is where I would recommend you do it. Now, the first step is you have to know your culture. I find that senior leadership is often unaware of how their employees actually define their company culture. They may have one idea, but the real culture actually is how your employees define it. So take the time and talk to employees and get to know how they define company culture. The second step is to hire tough and manage easy. The people that are in your organization are your company culture. They're the ones that make your company culture. So be extremely deliberate about who you bring on. And if you do that, you don't have to manage nearly as closely. Let those people do what they do. The third step is to communicate. Make sure you're not leaving your employees in the dark. I think appropriate but frequent communication about objectives, goals, things that are happening in the company, and so forth, go a far, far way in defining and building a great company culture. And lastly is make sure you think outside of the box. Don't let the status quo become the norm for your organization. Being resourceful, thinking outside of the box, not being afraid to try new things, all of that leads to building a great culture. Hey, let me encourage you to read more about this. I have a 2-part series that I posted on LinkedIn that you might want to take a look at. If you go to the link below, you'll see that, and here's a glimpse of what that looks like. If you go to the link below, you'll see a link on how to get to LinkedIn and take a look at what the article might be like. So take some time to do that. See if I can find that for you to give you a glimpse of what that looks like. Well, there it is. Yeah, go to this article here on LinkedIn. There's a part 1 and there's a part 2. Make sure you check that out and leave a comment if you get a chance. Would really appreciate you getting back to me with your thoughts about building a great company culture. Thanks.